Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining in on Robbie South on Leadership. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about leadership versus position. Now, I'm sure many of you know that you can have a title, a lieutenant, corporal, manager, shift supervisor, CEO, whatever title you want to give people. But does that make them a leader? Well, the short answer to that can be no. Just because you hold a title does not mean that you are a leader. A leader is a person who provides influence over another. So just because you have a title doesn't mean anything. Titles are just that. They're titles. It doesn't matter what title you have. Leaders come from all walks and all positions. You can be an average, everyday blue collar worker and still be a leader. If you're providing guidance and influence and building people up to do their jobs better and giving them knowledge of how to do your job, then that's a leader. And that's what we want to do. Too many people and places out there, as far as that go, nowadays only want people to do what they're told to do. And then when they promote them into a different position because they was doing well at their job, that doesn't mean they're going to be a good leader. Not in the least bit does it mean that. And then that person may struggle in that leadership position, which then causes that person to be frustrated, hurt, confused, and it doesn't help the team any. That's why it's so important to early on build these relationships, teach these important skills about leadership. If you don't do that, you're not helping anyone at all. You're killing the vision, the goal, the morale of the team, of the company, the department, wherever it is that you're working. Why are you so afraid to provide this knowledge to people? I mean, that's the whole goal in life, is to share your knowledge, make somebody else just as knowledgeable, build them up. Why do we want to keep putting people down? I've seen that so much over different courses of employment in recent years. I don't understand it. Yes, people have personal conflicts for whatever reason that may be. Depends on the person. But you have to step back. You're not always going to be in that position. You may get, move to another position. You may get promoted. You may move across the country to another plant or whatever. Who's going to take your place? Do you want to have a good legacy? Or do you want to have one of people like, man, I'm glad he's gone, or I'm glad she's gone. I don't miss that person at all. They was the worst supervisor leader we've ever had. Do you want that reputation? Or do you want the reputation of, I really hate to see that person go. They've been a great inspiration. They've taught me a lot. They've trained me, gave me a lot of information, fed me. That, in my opinion, is the kind of leader that I want to be known for. Giving that knowledge to the next person or people. It doesn't have to be a single person. It can be multiple people. So, that can be hard. It really can. But it's something that must be done if you want to carry on with this. As the great John Maxwell said, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It is about one life influencing another. Of course, that was John Maxwell's quote. How many of you live by that quote? How many of you can state that quote in and out, up and down, and say that in a way to influence others to do better? Or do you go up and say, I'm in charge here. This is how we're going to do it? And doing that kind of stuff, man, it's just you're not going to get respect doing that. I can speak from experience. I've been there and I've done that. Now, I've learned from it. I've grown a lot. That's definitely not the best way to attack things and get things handled. A much better way would be to, hey, this is our goal. We want to get this taken care of. We've got, these options right here that we can carry them out. What are your ideas on helping to get it done? And they'll give you some feedback on their ideas. And, their ideas might even be better than the one that you had. You never know. When you get multiple people together with different ideas, different backgrounds, they have different views, different visions, you can get great things done. And when you get that many people, you can start looking at things, well, okay, I see where mine wouldn't have worked, but yours isn't quite as perfect either. What if we take a little bit from yours and a little bit from mine and modify it and make it work? What's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's a great idea. You learn from each other. I mean, when you're working with people from all over, from different backgrounds, that's a way you learn and expand yourself. And I'm personally always looking to expand my knowledge, grow, and become a better person today and tomorrow than I was yesterday. And if you're not striving for that, why not? Are you just sitting still like a log? To me, that's no life to live, just sitting there doing the same old thing every single day, day in, day out. What are you really achieving there? Other than just being a robot and going in and doing the same old thing. But to me, that's just not very fun, not very exciting. You get complacent and boring. And complacency is not a good place to be. I've been there too. I can speak. So open up your horizon. Look beyond where you are today. Who do you inspire to be tomorrow that you're not today? Who do you surround yourself with? Do you have yourself surrounded with a lot of knowledgeable and inspiring people to do better? Or do you have yourself around a bunch of people full of negativity? Downers, don't want to do anything. That will affect you. You become what you are around. So if you want to be successful, you have to put yourself in a position to where you are around those people. And that can be a challenge, but you know what? You can do it. It can be tough, but you can do it. You're going to have hurdles, but you can jump those hurdles and get over them. Life is not just given to you. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, inspiration to work to get to where you want to be. But when you put in the hard work, you will achieve what you want to achieve. Do you even have a dream for tomorrow? Many people don't, and that's unfortunate. Because if you don't have a dream for tomorrow, then what are you doing? You're just sitting there like a lump on a log, not doing anything. Sit down and create a vision of what you want to be. When you do that, you will find ways that you need to improve, not only as a leader, but as a person. And I can personally speak to that because I've done that. Sit down and do some self-reflection and see where you are lacking. Another great tip, get feedback from your peers. What do they think of you? How do they feel about you? But now when you do that, you cannot lash out at those peers for saying what they think and how they feel. If you do that, then that just defeats the entire purpose of everything. You cannot do that. But if you take their feedback and you implement the changes to be better, then you're doing great things. Because the thing about being a leader, you have to adapt your leadership style, your communication style to the people you are leading. And you may have 20 people on a team. Each one of them is going to be different in how they see things, carry out things. You have to be prepared for that. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. If you are not prepared, you will fail. We don't want you to fail. We want you to succeed. We want you to become a better leader today, and tomorrow, and the next day than you were yesterday. And you can do that with some hard work. But how bad do you want it? Are you just happy where you are? Just going in, getting that paycheck, living life, unhappy, not really enjoying what's going on around you? Or do you want to go out, make your life be what you want it to be today? Put in that hard work. If you don't like where you're working, find something else. Become an entrepreneur if that's what it takes for you to find what you want to do. Now, that's not going to be an easy task either. But if you want it bad enough, you will achieve that. And there is no doubt about that. But you have to put in the work. And you have to have the people to support you. And all of this comes back around to being a great leader. Never stop learning. Never. Leadership is about influencing others. You must have empathy. You must have good people skills. If you don't, you will never succeed. That doesn't mean you can't improve on those things, because you absolutely can. Well, I hope you've got something out of this episode today. Leadership is a wonderful, rewarding spot to be, but it can also be lonely. So I want you to remember today, keep on expanding your knowledge, work hard, and become a better leader and person today than you were yesterday. Y'all have a great day. We look forward to seeing you next time.